I have no doubt in my mind that Mike Tyson used to do 2,000 squats a day, 5 days a week. I have no doubt right now. Also, the great Gama, I think that's how you say Gama, the great Gama, the wrestler in the early 1900s. He apparently used to do 5,000 Hindu squats a day. Those are some crazy numbers. And for somebody that hasn't done bodyweight squats a lot, it sounds impossible. But yesterday, I ended up doing 750 squats amongst my normal squatting routine, which I ended up doing 10 sets of 10 at 100 kilos. It's just one portion of the workout. That was kind of the meat and potatoes of the workout. Before that, I did 250 squats. I did 5 lots of 50. And then the second session before I went to bed last night, I ended up doing 10 sets of 50. So all up 750 squats, bodyweight squats. And it got me thinking, if I didn't do 10 sets of 10 at 100 kilos at 50% of my 1 rep max. If I didn't do that yesterday, I have no doubt that I could have done 1,000, maybe even 1,500. The 10 by 10 really got me. So that kind of got me thinking last night, thinking about Mike Tyson, thinking about the great Gama. For people that haven't, done weights, as in barbell squats and, push the 1 rep max and all that sort of stuff. I can see if somebody fully relied upon bodyweight squats, how easily you could kind of get the fitness to do it. I've been doing bodyweight squats now for not even a week. And the results have been really good. Like the first time I did it, I was really buggered from it. But then I've noticed that my GPP for it has kind of improved really, really quickly. So my resilience to the movement has kind of improved very, very quickly. So they got me thinking, say I put 6 months into just, if you think about it, just don't do anything other than just bodyweight squats. I'm pretty sure you can get into the thousands every single day. The point is that the recovery for these type of bodyweight movements is so good. I don't know what it is, man. It's just so good. Whether it's just a lack of axial loading, whether it's because it's like a natural human movement, bodyweight squat, I recover so quickly from it. So much so that the actual act of doing these bodyweight squats is making me recover quickly for the actual weight lifting portion of the squat, like with the barbell. So really interesting stuff. I'm going to continue it definitely. Right now I'm doing it every other day. So this morning I've come in and I did my normal squat and I did some leg raises. And so I decided not to do any bodyweight squats, just to kind of ease into things, because if you just go bonkers into this, you might get into trouble in terms of recovery and whatnot. So I'm taking it easy right now. Volume is just climbing and climbing and climbing. I'm not sure how much I'm going to push this, but I just wanted to say to you guys that I know a lot of discussions we've had in the comments kind of over the last few months. The first time I made a video about Mike Tyson squats more than me, I said, the guy squats 10,000 repetitions every week, 5 days of 2,000 a day. And he was a boxer. He's not even a squatter, right? And I'm supposed to be, training to be a really good squatter. So how can I allow some guy like that to squat more than me? This is my sport, right? This is what I want to specialize in. And some guy who's a boxer using this for his GPP is doing it more than me. So that's kind of the video that I made back in the day. And out of that came a lot of discussions about PEDs, with Mike Tyson kind of growing up the way he did, unregulated boxing, the business that it was, the business that it is, well, less now with the UFC kind of taking the throne in terms of martial arts. But yeah, it just got me thinking, initially when you guys said it's impossible, some of you guys said it's impossible that a natural guy can do so many squats. Honestly, man, I think it is definitely possible. Mike Tyson was a world-class athlete. He was a genetic freak. And I don't think somebody requires PEDs to do the work that he did. We can argue about this until the cows come home, but from my experience, week into bodyweight squats, and I can already kind of get 750 and wake up the next day not in ICU, wake up the next day fully okay. It just makes me believe. Now that I'm thinking about it, usually 10 sets of 10, when I do it 50%, I wake up the following day kind of buggered. I feel my legs, I feel my glutes, feel the adductors. Because I did what I did last night with the 500 bodyweight squats, I've kind of woken up this morning and I don't have the DOMs that I was expecting. So that's interesting. It's kind of like I've flushed out the legs with all those repetitions last night. So really interesting stuff right now. Experimenting with this bodyweight stuff. I know a lot of you guys are not going to get excited about, me bodyweight squatting, but I've kind of said it for a while now. I want to make you guys understand to kind of respect lightweight. I think lightweight is a proper method. There's a lot of benefits for doing lightweight. Last few days I've kind of listened to martial arts guys talk about tendon strength. I've talked about kind of all-timers, bodybuilders. I was listening to Jay and Blakely on Dave Tate's podcast, and he was talking about, how he, trained his tendons. Now, tendon strength is something that it's not sexy for us, kind of lower level lifters. All we're concerned about is kind of putting that muscle on and getting stronger. But for somebody that was kind of bench pressing like JM was, bench pressing like 700 pounds raw, you need to think to yourself, okay, he's got a lot of muscle there. He was probably on the gear, whatever, but that's besides the point. That muscle inserts into a tendon, right? And the tendon kind of needs to be strong, otherwise things pop up, even more so for these unnatural athletes. But you can see how your sensory nervous system will kind of zap your power back. It will block the power that the muscle can output because of, maybe, I'm just speculating, because the tendon is not strong enough, and so there's like a feedback mechanism, negative feedback mechanism, where the central nervous system is down-regulated. It's kind of blocked from exerting full force because of fear of injury. And there's sensors everywhere, right? There's nerves everywhere. So if you can strengthen your tendons, you go a long way at maximizing the power that your muscle has. So what James spoke about was just shit ton of reps, light volume, isometric stuff. He talked about like really slow eccentrics or concentrics, like really kind of like trying to avoid muscular fatigue while going through a range of motion under tension. With bodyweight squats, man, I'm telling you, like I wake up after these sessions, I feel like brand new. I feel really good. Nothing hurts. I'm feeling kind of poppy. I don't want to say it too often to you guys, but I feel poppy really, like. And I don't know whether the tendons are making me feel that way. Like everything's kind of feeling really good, and I feel like I can jump with the bar. But yeah, that's right. I just wanted to say about the great Gama and Mike Tyson. I think it's possible, guys. If you really kind of put yourself towards that training, I reckon it's definitely possible. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.